Hey, good morning, family. Good morning, God's people. It is Wednesday again already. Hump day. I feel like I just said that yesterday, but it has been a week already. So I thank the Lord, man, that time is moving on. Time is marching forward. This is part 55 of A Radical Fall to Grace. My testimony, my story, and my attempt again to give God his due credit and glory for what he's done in my life and in the lives of those around me. And I kind of just want to jump into this one today, but I guess it's around 2018 that some things began to shift in my life and in my mindset. I just began to get tired, just worn out. I was in jail again, in solitary confinement in the hole again, stripped of everything I had gained or attained again, calling friends and family to put money on my books, to send me packs again. Had gotten a fight again. Had tried to run from the law again. And something began to shift in me. I just began to get tired. I began to get worn out with the life I was living. And I just thank the Lord in his mercy that he allows us to get tired, man. I'm worn out. And so I had this encounter where I was laying in my jail cell, and I had been fighting this battle of atheism and arguing and debating, endless debates, trying to convince myself and those around me that I had no need for God. And in this naked moment, this bare moment, laying on this steel bed frame in jail with no blanket, no commissary, no food, no anything, 23-hour lockdown. I laid on this cold steel bunk because they took my mat away. And I just said, you know what? I'm kind of tired of this. Lord, if you're real, then show yourself to me. You showed yourself to Elijah and to Moses. You made it rain down food in the wilderness. You opened up the windows of heaven. Your word says in Malachi chapter 3, I believe it's verse 12, that try me in this and see. If I will not open up the windows of heaven, I will pour you out a blessing that you will not have room enough to receive. And I said that to the Lord. I said, if you're real, then prove yourself to me. I said, I'm hungry, I'm cold, I'm naked. Open up the windows or the ceiling of this jail cell and rain in some food, because I'm hungry. And I laid there and I said it in a very arrogant and prideful way, like, prove yourself to me, as though I'm someone that the Lord needs to prove himself to. And I laid there and nothing happened. And then I said, yeah, that's what I thought, And it wasn't a day or two later that they called my name to move to a different part of the jail, medium security. And I got into a cell with two guys that I knew from the streets who had been in there for quite a while, 10 to 8 months, respectively. And they had all this food. They had all this food in these boxes just stacked up, and there was a 4-man cell, and I was the third one in there, so we had an empty bunk, and they had it all just stacked with all this food, because they were on runaround. They were trustees, and so they would serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they would continue to accumulate all this extra food. And they told me when I got in there, hey, Marcus, just eat whatever you want. You don't have to ask, whatever you want. If you want to make a soup or pocket, you want to have some of this food, then just go ahead and eat. But I had forgot by this time that I even cried out to the Lord. This is to be continued, but this is very important.